Welcome back to Crypto Info. We will be right back. They'll be like, what? And we are right back. Welcome back to Crypto Info. Welcome back and welcome back. Remember Welcome Back, Cotter? Hit like and subscribe if you don't mind down below, and tap welcome back down below in the comment section if you remember. Hey guys, it helps us out a great deal. We appreciate you very much. Welcome back to the channel. 7 a.m. sunny Colorado morning here, Friday, December 5th. Back to XRP news. XRP has some big news today with devs across ETFs, global adoption, and also some market moves. Particularly 21 Shares, guys, just launched a U.S. spot XRP ETF called TOXR, T-O-X-R. I probably didn't say that right. On the CBOE Chicago's exchange, holding XRP because it's a spot, baby. You know what that means. Only so long dark pool and ETF OTC buying can happen, right? But since mid-November, the spot ETFs pulled nearly 850 mil, marking the strongest altcoin ETF launch in history. Despite strong flows, XRP, of course, is seeing choppy price action now. It's okay. We'll get to it in a little bit. Today, it broke below a key support level, about $2.07 or so, $2.05. Don't worry. It's okay. Retail fare is spiking while institutions quietly keep accumulating. We know that's happening. We've been watching it. Okay? So, let's get into all of it today. Welcome back. I appreciate you coming into the channel to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with the Tanker. We are getting into it this morning. Let's refresh our chat. Ripple just announced a new partnership with fintech RedotPay to expand XRP. Yeah, powered remittances into Africa now. More expansion into Africa, to the MENA region. Allowed to send XRP now. Users send crypto and have fiat Nigerian Naira delivered directly into local bank accounts, right? It's a step for crypto to fiat remittances using XRP. Ripple's wider strategy, of course, has been shown that this actually does work. Tokenized real-world assets, we've seen it at Sewell, and an on-chain lending protocol that actually works. If executed, these, of course, will expand real-world XRP use cases, guys, far beyond speculation. Real-world usage. Forecasts vary, somewhere around $5 to $6 by the end of 2026, depending on macro wins from just this. But we know those estimates are probably just a little bit low. We're looking at more, probably like somewhere around, we could be in that range. We could be in the teens at about that time. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with the Tanka. And by the way, let's quickly get over to, before we get over to, let's do it. Let's get over to it. Okay, so we have a $3.11 trillion cryptocurrency market cap. Fear and greed's at 25. Bitcoin's coming in at 90K. XRP's coming in at $2. $2.06. Solana coming in at $1.36. Cardano coming in at 42 cents. Chainlink coming in at $14. Not bad. XLM, 24 cents. Guys, here's the thing. Let's get back to it. Who cares about the market for right now? Really. What we're saying here, generally speaking, is that ETF inflows are strong, but real-world adoption timelines, of course, remain uncertain, and execution delays could maybe dent long-term narrative, the long-term narrative that we've been talking about for all this time on the channel. We're going to have to see what happens. We're hopeful. Please do not forget we have launched our Patreon, and don't forget about that. But right now, XRP sits basically, I'm going to say at a critical inflection point at this point. No one hand is gaining real instant, infrastructure on ETFs, on action. Okay, everything is. Let's put it this way: these 5 ETFs that have been launched, they're all playing their part. They're all doing their thing, but we're not going to see this action, this major move, as we've talked about, until there is a need for so much more XRP to be custodied, to be held by these large AUMs, and they can't get it on the OTCs anymore or the dark pools, and they need now to go to the open market and grab it and affect XRP's price. But when we look at all this, guys, XRP, of course, the bridge asset, waiting for the bridge to finish here, essentially, is what we're looking at. When that happens, it could define how we look at finance as a whole forevermore, and not just XRP, the other ISOs as well. Moving our money, our value, the way that we move emails, which they don't do that today. They do it in 3 to 5 days with the movement of it. Now it's 3 to 5 seconds. So, all right, let's get into our XRP ETF numbers on the day, guys. Let's do an ETF zoom in. Let's check the map out on our 5 live spot XRP ETFs. Right now, the 5 core U.S. spot ETFs, as you know, with major money coming in here. We've got Canary Capital XRP ETF, XRPC, running on NASDAQ. Bitwise, ticker XRP, running on New York Stock Exchange. Grayscale, its trust ETF, GXRP on ARCA, and Franklin XRPZ on the New York Stock Exchange. We've got Rex Osprey XRPR. We got 21 shares on the CBOE TOXR. So these 5 have been rocking the house as of December 4th. By the way, welcome in, Thriving 22. Those 5 spot XRP ETFs together command about 909 bill. Yes, I said 909 bill. It's almost a trill in capital that has already flowed into the regulated XRP products in the U.S. within weeks of launch. And here's how, don't worry, price going up shortly here. Don't worry. Here's what we're looking at, guys. Canary Capital XRPC sits in first place with about 351 mil in AUM. Bitwise XRP coming in at about 188 mil, accounting for that much. Grayscale's GXRP is managing about 139 mil as of now in XRP exposure. Franklin Templeton's fund is about 123 AUM at this point. Those are some big inflows. Lovely morning, says Thriving. Yes, it is lovely. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us here at Thriving 22 here on the channel, and everybody else who's joined us here on Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy on this lovely sunny Colorado morning. Guys, let's remember that XRPR rounds the list with about 108 mil altogether. These 5 funds have locked into just about 400 mil XRP tokens in institutional vaults. Canary alone controls around 162 mil, with Bitwise holding roughly 87 mil. Grayscale and Franklin each with about 60 million tokens. Excuse me. XRP adds, this is a lot. This is a lot. And then we got 29 mil XRPR. So this is just the first weeks, guys, of this. And we're at almost a trill in XRP supply and money. Daily inflows and Q4 projections. Let's talk about that for just a minute. The money is actually flowing where it's flowing by Q4 2025. Across the 5 funds combined, I am thinking net inflows just about, I'm saying we're going to go on a tear. That's what I'm saying. We're going to go on a tear in these next few weeks to the end of the year. More recent updates are going to show us that cumulative inflows pushing through about 874 mil-ish or so to 909 bill. I'm sorry. Not mil, but bill. Is what we're looking at, and we're heading to a trill. So If you smooth all this out, these 5 ETFs together, guys, they've been averaging roughly 30 to 40 mil net capital inflows per day. That's quite a bit. That adds up. It's like 220 mil in a week. That's quite a bit. Some days are much bigger, of course. Canary XRP C saw about 245 million of day one inflows and another 25.4 mil or so in the following 2 sessions. Grayscale and Franklin each, of course, booked north of 60 mil on the first day of trading. And the most recent session combined spot XRP ETF volume landed near about 35 mil, with Franklin Templeton leading with around 12 million or so of that. Now, let's remember that is just the equity volume, not counting any OTC XRP buying the issuers do behind the scenes that we could not be seeing. So what does this imply for the rest of the Q4 or the rest of Q4 2025? If we project current trend, we're looking, let's go out about a few weeks. We're standing here in early December at the 5th. Okay, so 909 bill AUM across the 5 core funds. Base case, let's see the flow cool down a bit, right? Even if it did. Let's be conservative, all right? 15 mil to 20 mil per day. Let's pump the brakes a little bit and pull it back. We're looking at roughly 300 mil to 400 mil of extra capital by the end of Q4. Now, what does that mean for us, for inflows and these large AUMs not being able to buy OTC anymore? Having to go to the open exchanges. Under that base case, guys, combined with spot XRP ETF AUM, that lands us at about 1.3 trill by December 31st, 2025. If we apportion that growth in line with each fund's current market share, all right, the rough projections are going to look something like this. Something like this. XRPC, 351 mil, about 39% of the total. All right, on a 1.2 bill trill combined. And that puts Canary up about 480 bill. And that puts, Bitwise about 188 bill. So roughly 21% or so of the share is Bitwise. This is projections by the end of the year. We're cooling it down to about 21 mil a day for capital inflows. It's higher than that now, but we're bringing that down to the end of the year. On the same trajectory, that points towards a year-end AUM about 250 mil, 265 mil range. Grayscale GXRP, about 130 mil for it. Bitwise is about 200 or so. Grayscale Franklin looking at about 123 mil. There's a lot of additional money by the end of Q4. XRP are about 165 mil, 108 mil or so. To bring it up, let's just look at totals being about 1.3 trill by the end of 2025. If we add all those specific markers up that we just ran through, even at a cool down, we're looking at a combined probably somewhere around 1.4 trill in AUM by the time the end of the year comes and we flip to Q1 2026, I'm sorry. Colder scenario flows could drop to single digits into millions per day. All right, we could see a big cool down. We could only see 1 million, 2 million. If we see that, then we're looking at, of course, a lot less. Just tally it all up with those 5. You see what each of them does percentage-wise, right? So, Canary being in the 40% range, Bitwise being in the low 20% range, et cetera, et cetera. You can figure all this stuff out on your own. You put your thinking cap on. Welcome into the channel to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Please, if you don't mind, it helps us so much if you tap that like and subscribe down below. I hope we are learning just a little bit something about crypto this morning, including myself. I love to learn from all of you as well. Please tap in the comments if we're learning, if you've got something to teach us. got something to teach us, tap it in the comments section below, guys. Guys, when you bolt this or connect this ETF flow picture kind of thing onto everything we've laid out in the first half of our talk here, you can see why XRP, of course, is behaving exactly like a bridge asset that the world is now starting to basically get eyes on. We've been waiting for quite some time. And those of you who are not XRP holders and know about XRP or want to know about XRP, of course, are not sticking around on the channel. We'll see y'all later. Those who are into XRP and are into making, not a financial advisor, into holding long term with your crypto instead of day trading, then you've come to the right place, because we don't do the day trade thing here. We don't even do the swing trade thing here. What we do here on the channel, never financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is for informational, educational, entertainment purposes only. We buy cryptocurrencies and we hold them for long term. We keep them on cold storage, and then one shining day or a number of shining days in a row for about a 2-3 week period, when the crypto market starts to crank up, we start cashing our stuff out. That's how we play it. That's how we do it. All right. So let me get back to the volume that we need here, because we are not coming through loud and clear, because I'm being all quiet and soft on us and all meeky. The meek shall inherit the earth. Here's the deal. Here's what I say. A lot of people said a lot of stuff throughout history. Here's what I say. God bless the working stiff. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, God bless the working stiff. Here's what I say. Those who have had eyes early on, and never do this, by the way, because we're not financial advisors, and you would never buy or sell any of these three because of what we say or do on the channel. You also never would play this episode back 3 years from now to see where the prices are of these things right now, given that we have to run this before we leave. Given that one of them, called XRP, is sitting at a price of $2.06, with, of course, an all-time price back in history, all-time high price of much more than $3.84. We all know that's not a real price for its all-time high, but that's okay. So given that, let's consider that. Now, I'm not doing this, but some people just might do this, because some people have enough money to do it. And they say, you know what? I'm going to do this thing. I've heard enough. I've seen enough. I've researched enough. I know enough now about XRP and Ripple and the San Francisco-based tech company. I see it as really a real thing in the world, and I'm doing it with $25,000. And it's not financial advice. This is a story I'm telling. And then somebody says, you know what? I'm just going to do it for $2.06. Well, why in the heck not? And they do it. And they grab themselves 12,135 XRP. Now, when I was buying, back when I was young, I used to run through the fields to school 5 miles in 2-foot deep snow when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I bought XRP at an average price of somewhere around here. Wow, that means I would have been able to get 60,975 XRP for that. Whoa, where I was buying. But anyway, this individual isn't doing that. This individual took $25,000 and purchased XRP for $2.06, grabbing 12,135 XRP. Well, when they did that, 12,000, what did I say, 135? Somewhere around there. Call it 12,000. You got to pay the exchange, don't you know? So call it 12,000. Not that it's going to cost that much. Let's call it 12,000 XRP that you went ahead and captured. Well, geez, when XRP went to the $200 that it went to, and everybody was like, now, wait a minute, what's this thing doing? That individual grabbed 2.4 mil before taxes. 2.4 mil for 25K. These are the numbers that we're talking about. Let's please start waking up to the truth of things, folks. Who's awake and who's asleep in crypto land and in investing land? I'm not a financial advisor. Who's hanging on to 401ks that have underperformed so horribly that it makes you want to just vomit a little bit in your mouth, just a little bit, and hope that it's actually gold coins and not vomit? So you could add a little more to your pile. Look at a 24-cent Stellar Lumen. What a joke. Wake up and smell the money. Stellar Lumens. Oh, you know what? That individual said, you know what? I do have $25,000 to put on Stellar Lumens. People got a lot of money and extra money in this world. They could do whatever they want. Somebody did that and said, let me do it on Stellar Lumen, and grab myself 104,166 Stellar Lumen coin. Well, let's just call it 104,000. When it takes its run to a couple of $100, that individual has now made $20.8 million for $25,000. Yes, that's right. $20.8 million. And I was wrong on my XRP number, by the way, because if there are 12,000 XRP at $200, my final number wasn't correct, was it? I guess it was. All right, I guess it was. All right, so you see the difference in the gains to be had on an XLM versus an XRP. Let's get down to number 66 or so, called the XDC network. She's sitting at 4 cents. Are you freaking kidding me? 0.049, so 50 cents, so 5 cents. So here, let's do this. Look at it, an all-time high of 19 cents. If you think that thing, this next run ain't going to at least $1. But anyway, this is at least a $100 to a $200 coin coming up in a few years. Not financial advice, it is. Oh boy, a lot of people are going to be very surprised. Play this video back, please, in 3 years, if you don't mind. Do that little favor for me and play the video back in 3 years, please. Let's go ahead and take this and divide this by what its price is right now. That means this individual for $25,000 captured 510,204 XDC. Are you really ran out of juice already? Well, that mess does not last long. What did I say? 500,000 or so? Let's call it 500,000 XDC. Times its couple. Oh, this is going to a couple $100 per coin. This individual now is literally sitting with $100 million. Wait, is that right? Yeah, it is right. $100 million before tax. Please wake the hell up. That's not really a cuss word. Wake up. Wake up and stop it. Stop being silly. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of the nonsense. You wouldn't believe the things I hear about blockchain technology and digital assets and cryptocurrencies and things. By the way, honey, did you grab more ICP? Did you grab more ICP? That's happening this morning. ICP purchase happening this morning. Ciao. Now look at this. ICP's at $3.48, Let's go back on its chart and look at it back at the launch back here when she was at, $400 or so. She was that much higher. She was paper traded quite a bit. I mean, the $750 for an all-time high on this one. Let's just get it back even to all-time high, $3.49. $3.49. Let's call it. Let's say somebody took $2,200. $2,800. Whoops, $2,800. Let's say somebody did that. And they said, okay, let me buy some of this ICP coming up here for 802 coins. We'll call it 800. You got to pay the exchange, right? Right. 800 coins. ICP go back to all-time high. Thank you. You got $600,000 for putting in $2,800, and then you got to pay your taxes. I like to talk like this is fun. And Tony trying to explain something to him, and he tried to tell him you get 800 coins for $2,800. And now got $600,000 $1,000. Now, you got to pay taxes and lose the accent. But if you did that, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Never financial advice on the channel. Somebody decided to do that with a calculator. They didn't really do that in real life. Or did they? All right. You know what? You better not forget Caleb and Brown this next cash out, because if you do, you might be left out in the cold, stuck on trying to get onto an exchange that ain't happening because it's crashed. You got cryptocurrency brokerage, one-to-one backing, and 24/7 availability with your trades and things like this, and so on and so forth, et cetera, et cetera. They use Fireblocks institutional-grade custody to protect your cryptocurrency holdings. And by the way, you can onboard all of your crypto with no charge. They charge you a 3.5% flat rate fee for any buy, sell, or swap on the exchange. You have to unload a minimum of $500 onto their exchange. But if you do, you can use their services with no daily withdrawal limits. That means you can pull off as much money per day as you want, as long as you've vetted it through with your bank and made the proper connections and things. So please don't forget about that. And please don't forget that we have almost 400,000 XRP traded in the past minute across this planet. And these are all the regions they are shooting to. You can see this XRP shooting across the globe. Right? This crypto stuff's fake. Okay. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day today. Comments? Okay, Satchu, welcome in, and thank you. And Art Caffeine, welcome in, and I love you guys. Rironic, welcome. Satchu, welcome. Let me cover your comments. I love you guys. I can't just jump off without covering your comments. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And good morning to you, Art Caffeine. Satchu, good morning. Let's go. I'm in an extremely crowded train. At least the tech is live. Are you really? Are you on a train? How cool. Yeah, man. Hey guys, what's up? I don't know if that's what that meant, but yes, Art Caffeine is saying we are going to the frickin' moon. You are right. We are. Sorry you're late. Don't worry. Nick, you're never late. Yeah, this is about to explode, guys. ICP or UCP? Good question, Satchu. I like your play on words, buddy. I hope you're having fun wherever you are in this great world. I need to jump off this program this morning. I've got things to do. I'd love to hang on with you all day. Look, if we come on 7 a.m. Colorado time every morning from about 7 to 7:30 is what we do. Try to keep it about a half hour. We gave you the updates for today. Give yourselves a nice big pat on the back for seeing XRP and XLM and XDC and HBAR and Algo and IOTA and Quant and ADA, the other ISOs. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Give yourselves a pat on the back for seeing the others, Caspa, Sui, all the other ones you got. You guys grabbed a bunch. Good for you. Flare, Link, all these other coins, VeChain, Good for you and good for me. We're all going to be smiling in our tea coming up very shortly. I hope you have a great day. I do everything shortly. About 4'2". I do everything shortly. Have a great day. I love you guys. You guys are awesome for supporting me. And really, boy, I'll take my glasses off for it. I love you guys, and I appreciate you supporting me, spending your time here on the channel each morning. It is a lot of fun, and we're going to laugh our pants off when this stuff goes to 20, 30, 50 bucks, and we're just sitting there going, okay, now what do I do with my day today? We got to help some people out that need some help. That's what we'll do. All right, have a great day today. Love you all, and keep a great smile on your face, and have a lovely weekend, please. By the way, we're going XRP Las Vegas with the channel, and we will cover that and try to get some interviews and things like that. So we have our tickets secured. Need to tell you about that too. All right. Now we're really going to jump off. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday morning, 7 a.m. Colorado time. Crypto info, blockchain made easy with the Tanka. Tap that like and subscribe, please. It helps us so much. See ya.